A young protester has made headlines in France after she turned President Macron's insult towards the nation's unvaccinated back on him during his visit to an alpine town yesterday. Macron, 44, caused a stir last week when he vowed to pee off the unvaccinated during a Q&A session with readers of Le Parisien on how the government will handle non-vaccinated people. The polarising remark has enraged the president's critics in France, who were stunned by Macron's apparent delight in targeting a considerable portion of the population. But during Monday's presidential visit to Tenda, a town in the French Alps which was hit by extreme flooding in 2020, protester Justina gave Macron's insults straight back to him. As the president spoke with several individuals in the crowd, Justina stepped forward and reprised the head of state's insult, raising her palms to show the slogan "Nephew" emblazoned across her palms. It comes as Stéphane Claros, a member of the ruling La République En Marche (LREM) party, was bombarded with mud, stones and seaweed by anti-vaccine pass protesters outside his home on Sunday. The now infamous French expression "murder," which can be translated as to pee off, or more strongly F, has already been seized upon by Macron's detractors. It was chanted at anti-vaccine pass demonstrations this past weekend in Paris and emblazoned on placards as a symbol of defiance from those who disapprove of the president's overt desire to make life hard for the unvaccinated. Justina told BFM TV that she drove from Sorge, a quarter of an hour from Tenda, specifically to join the crowd so as to deliver Macron's message straight back to him. "I didn't want to tell him anything, just let him see the message," Justina told BFM TV a few minutes later. "I wanted to show him, F you, as he dared to say F you all about the unvaccinated. This is not how a president should speak," she declared. The president, who was taking time to field questions and speak with several members of the crowd who greeted him in Tenda, was left stunned. He quickly thanked the crowd and made a hasty proclamation to protect yourself against COVID before immediately leaving the scene. Macron first made the notorious remark on January 4 during an interview with French paper Le Parisien. The French president said he wanted to pee off unvaccinated people by making their lives so complicated they would end up getting jabbed. And I'm sorry for putting it this way, by peeing them off even more, Macron said. I'm generally opposed to the French being peed off. I complain all the time about administrative blockages. But when it comes to the non-vaccinated, I'm very keen to pee them off. So we're going to do it, the end. That's our strategy. His comments drew ire from millions of people in France, as well as opposition MPs and officials. Macron meanwhile has refused to apologize for the remark. Speaking in a news conference in Paris this past weekend, the president acknowledged the term may have upset some, but said he takes full responsibility for it. Not only do they put others' lives at risk, but they are also curtailing others' freedom. That I cannot accept, he said in reference to unvaccinated people. When you are a citizen, you must agree to do your civic duty. Macron is a staunch advocate for the new vaccine pass, which aims to encourage more people to get the vaccine by restricting the social life of those non-vaccinated. The measure will exclude unvaccinated individuals from places such as restaurants, cinemas, theaters, museums and sports arenas. The pass will also be required on interregional trains and buses, and on domestic flights. The bill is to be debated at the Senate this week, and the government hopes to put it in place around mid-January. It comes as Stéphane Claros, a member of Macron's party, was bombarded with mud, stones and seaweed by anti-vaccine pass protesters on Sunday. Footage showed the politician being pelted with the mess outside his overseas home in the overseas territory of Saint-Pierre and Miquelon in the northwestern Atlantic Ocean. On Monday, Claros told France Info, "I am obviously going to launch a legal complaint. Some people think the right decisions are not being made. We are all receiving death threats by mail. At some moment this has to stop." French Minister of Overseas Annick Girardin condemned the attack on Claros. The attack on Stéphane Claros outside his own house during a demonstration against the health pass is totally unacceptable. The images are extremely shocking, said Girardin. Advertisement.